Hey guys, I'm Sam.
And I'm Yasmin.
And this is our podcast, All Things Delicious.
Each week we'll be trying out a delicious restaurant.
For some interesting food trends and share our honest reviews.
But that's not all.
Make sure you stay tuned for some unpackaging of our juicy chaos.
And keep an eye on our social media for the question of the week, which will be discussed every episode. And at the end of each episode,
we hope you guys can also get to know the raw and uncooked version of us.
So grab a drink.
And a snack.
And join us as we blend the perfect mix of all things delicious.
Hi guys, welcome back to All Things Delicious. We're on our episode 4 and today we're in Tappo on Westbourne Grove, just off Portobello Road.
And it's a wine bar, an Italian wine bar. All their wines here are Italian. But we also have taken out our best friend, Temptation, the shirtless chef boy. What is your name?
Just call me Temps for short.
Well, my favourite, Dave.
Yeah, all Dave.
Dave.
We've been waiting for this episode for a long time and it's a pleasure to have you on.
This wine bar is honestly so stunning. Massimo, the owner here, has kindly allowed us to film our podcast. He's in the background.
We came here the other week and we were walking around. We think this is so beautiful.
Yeah.
The wines are stunning. The decor, the ambiance in here is amazing.
And they also have snacks, bruschetta, small plates, hot plates, taglieri boards, toasted sandwiches. They've got it all.
It's beautiful.
No, but today we're here. We're going to have some wine, chit chat, get to know Temps a bit. You know, we know him from Made in Chelsea. We want to know the root core of what Temptation is.
I want to get behind the name Temptation. I want to get behind the name Shirtless Chef Boy. First question for Temps is, why are you called Temptation or Temps?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. David Templar, there's your temp. And then Tation.
What, like...
No, do you know what? It's because I used to watch Jersey Shore back in the day.
Mm.
And there was a character on there, well, a person on there, and he called himself The Situation. So temptation, situation. He used to go out, drink. He was in shape. He used to eat loads of food. And I thought, hey, I'm the temptation.
I'm going to take that.
You're also the cooking expert, and that's why we really wanted to have you on this podcast. Obviously, our podcast is about food. It's about drinks. We're going to taste some sparkling wines. I've actually got some knowledge about sparkling.
She is quite knowledgeable. Every time I've gone to a bar with Yas and
thank
she's ordered
you.
wine, she's like, does this taste all right to you?
Yeah.
I know. I can tell from a good glass of wine to a bad one.
You go.
You can also tell when it's a good meal or a bad one.
I can, but can't everyone? They just taste it and they're like, not sure.
The only trouble is you can't tell when it's a good boy or a bad boy.
Oh,
And there's
that
the
is
podcast.
fun. And here we go.
Right.
Enough about me and more about you. How would you like to introduce yourself to everyone here? What's your name?
Temps.
Hi, I'm Temps.
Temps, and you're main Chelsea, but also what else do you do?
How long have you got?
Oh.
Wow, we've locked out the day for you.
Right,
Temps.
PT
All right.
twice a week, but
Yeah.
still personal training. Made in Chelsea. Lots of
Are
content.
you in Chelsea?
All made in Chelsea, yeah.
Oh, that's why I recognised you.
And I'm soon to be launching it's called Temps Taste Company.
Yeah.
But my first product's going to be a seasoning.
Fantastic.
Mm.
We need to. I've been itching to try the seasoning because I see it every day on your stories, and I'm like, also, I feel like people have tried it. Why haven't
I
we
don't know
tried
why
it?
you haven't
Why
tried
haven't
it.
we got it yet?
We haven't got it.
It feels a bit weird because I'm literally wrapping it up in cling film and giving it to people.
Where's ours? Did you bring any today?
Bring any.
Oh.
Yeah.
But how did you get into cooking? Why cooking?
So I actually always worked in restaurants growing up. So like from the age of 14, I worked on West Witterings Beach, like making food, and I worked in various restaurants. And then I feel like the PT or fitness industry is like heavily dominated by workouts and stuff, but it's more the nutrition side of things that you need to like have knowledge on. And it was kind of like I started making recipes that were interesting and not boring because you don't need to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli in order to stay in shape. So it was sort of like making low calorie meals that were fairly tasty. And then from then I just started cooking.
That's something I really love about you, and I think we've always said that. It's like going on all these away trips with you and spending time with you. You're not that typical fitness guy that won't have fun and eat and have a few drinks. I love how you have a balanced routine. It's like you'll be the guy that's there all night long eating whatever, and you'll still be in the gym the next morning. But it's not like, oh God, I can't do that because I've got a gym session.
Well, so when I was working in the corporate world, I started a program that was aimed at people who were doing what I was doing. And it isn't realistic to be so strict Monday through to Sunday without having fun. I was at client drinks and stuff from Thursday, Friday, then you're out with your mates Saturday, Sunday. So it's just not realistic, is it, to not be eating and drinking? So it was kind of like teaching people how to understand how many calories you burn versus how many calories you're eating. And I made it into a business called Litness, so balancing your lifestyle with fitness.
Cook the most delicious recipes.
I try to.
You genuinely, when we cooked that roast in Australia, I found it fascinating how you managed to cook the whole thing, like make the beef Wellington, the batter, everything, without any recipe book in sight.
I did use a little bit of Google, didn't I?
A little bit, but you're not that person that is like, oh, how many measurements for this? You're kind of like free floating.
It is one of those. I genuinely think if you can read, you can cook. And when people say they can't cook, it's just you haven't practiced enough. If somebody's telling you an exact recipe of how to make something, anybody can do that. You might mess up the timings a little bit, but I feel like anybody could do it. And I've been doing it for years now.
Yeah,
I'm a little sous chef as well.
I know. I was just about to say, Sam is like.
I want to be more of a chef. I'm not at all.
Sam is a good, ambiance. He's actually great for the wine, opening the wine.
Wine. What? I am talented.
He's talented when it comes to opening a bottle of wine.
One thing I do want to know is how do we get to Shirtless Chef Boy?
So the Shirtless Chef was born. I was approached by ITV. I think it was like 2018. And they were doing a show called The Big Audition, and it was a behind-the-scenes look at the casting world. So I went for a job as a presenter for Filippo Berio, the olive oil company. And in the audition tape, they said, can you make olive oil fun? And I was thinking, how on earth can you do that? So I poured it on my kitchen floor, slid in on my stomach, took my top off, poured it on me, and then I sat...
Wow, for ITV?
It was in my kitchen.
Yep, I get it's in your kitchen, but it's quite,
But anyway, they knew I was a twat when I first started doing that, and you always need a twat on TV. Sam's the one on Chelsea.
You're the one in
ITV. I was the one on ITV's Big Audition. Anyway, it got me through to the part where I was on TV, and then they started doing all the interviews and stuff, and they said, actually, this kid's like, he's not a complete idiot. So they said, don't take your top off as soon as you go in there. Have the chat. And they did like a quiz on pasta. I had to make a bruschetta. There was all sorts of stuff involved.
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
Yeah. I think Fatima in the background was like, no.
Bruschetta.
Not bruschetta.
I didn't think you'd know what I was talking. If I went bruschetta.
Gee, I don't know if I know. Of course I know what I'm talking about.
Say it.
Bruschetta.
What's the butterfly pasta called?
I've no idea.
Farfalle.
Farfalle.
Basically, I was in there and they're asking me all these different questions, and I was thinking, I don't know any of these. I learned from that. Anyway, yeah, took my top off.
You're showing off. Do you know what that is called?
I know, soz. Took my top off in that, and then it took 6 months for the show to come out. So I was like, this might be quite big. So I started making content as the Shirtless Chef, so I could piggyback it when it came out. Anyway, the show did terribly, and then I just had 6 months worth of content of me cooking my top off, and I was like, this needs to go somewhere.
Because didn't Gordon Ramsay pick up on one of your clips?
That was a little bit later. So started posting that content when the show came out. Didn't get much traction, but then TikTok bought Musical.ly, and I was one of the first people to join TikTok. So I got paid like £150 to make an account or something stupid like that.
TikTok. So you were like, oh yeah, make it.
I was like, I may as well post a couple of videos on there. And then they said, can you start? They were trying to diversify their portfolio because it was a lot of people lip syncing and dancing. Yeah. And they said, can you bring your food and fitness onto the platform? Did that and got 10k followers really quickly. And like my views were just mad.
Because I think people forget you have a massive following on TikTok. You got what 600,000 followers?
On TikTok.
More.
But you had that before me in Chelsea.
Yeah.
I feel like we're having a conversation that we've never really had.
Do you know what it is?
It's like I feel like when we're interviewing
Temps have had a very colourful... I've known about you 5 years. Didn't get on for about 4 of them. It's only in the recent years where we've actually been mates.
I try not to judge people, but Sam was actually pissing me off at the time, so it was easy to have the arguments with them.
It's very unlike me to piss anyone off, I must say.
I mean, I remember when we first started dating, you were like, why is that?
Yeah.
And now look at us three, we're all dressed in black together. We're, at this wine bar, wine tasting.
Yeah, who'd have thought?
Who would have thought?
I'm sorry about the podcast, by the way.
Yeah. We were supposed to do a podcast.
Yeah. Hey, now we're doing one.
No, you're asking me about my TikTok. What did you ask about the Gordon Ramsay stuff, didn't you? So everybody was onboarding onto TikTok. Gordon Ramsay was a bit later to the game than I was.
Yeah.
When he started, and I don't know if this is public knowledge actually, I don't know if I should say it, but they started a Ramsay Reacts hashtag when he started his Instagram account, and then his team reached out and said, can you make a recipe for Gordon Ramsay to react to? I don't think he got paid anything for joining TikTok, but because they did such a big campaign over it, his socials grew really quickly, and he was basically just roasting people. So the first person that he reacted to was an American lady who made fish and chips in the microwave, and obviously she got slated. And then I did an IKEA meatballs recipe literally by the book. I looked at the recipe on the IKEA website and made it. And he just absolutely slated me. And he was like saying it looks like wallpaper paste. I'm obviously shouting in the kitchen with my top off. And he's just basically being like, who's this idiot? That video went mad viral. And you'd expect that you'd follow him and grow off the back of it. But all that happened to my videos for like the next 6 months was Gordon Ramsay thinks you're rubbish at cooking. Like every single, yeah. And I was growing about 50k a month at the time, and it completely slowed it down.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but doing it, I was actually working directly with TikTok, and they were paying me to do #learn on TikTok, so I could make any video I wanted as long as it was informative, and they were paying me for it.
So TikTok itself, because I've always been nosy when I've seen like big creators on, let's say, TikTok. So I'm always wondering, because some of them, their main job is TikTok.
Yeah.
So there must be a lot of money for that.
Well, we joke around about it, don't we? I did a video. What was the video I did? And it got like 1 million views, and I made 500 quid from it. And I was screenshotting it and putting in the group like, I've made it.
What video was that?
I think it might have been the beef Wellington in Australia, actually.
It was the beef Wellington when you cut it.
Yeah, I made £500 off of that.
Yeah, and then incredible.
But some people are doing that every single day.
You have the ability. Even when we were filming loads with Made in Chelsea, you have the ability to pump out content every single day. I've never seen anything quite like it. As long as it's a minute long, you're posting it. It's just.
God, are we telling the minute-long secret?
I don't think it's a secret.
Does everyone know that?
If you make a TikTok that's a minute long and you're on the, you have to be on the program.
Yes,
you have to have 10k followers.
10k followers, minute long video.
Creative beta.
You get paid $1 per 1,000 views.
So if you get like 100,000 views, you're making $100.
Dollars.
You're making $100. It's quite quick money.
And so I'll be honest, my TikTok isn't as good as it used to be. When I first started doing it and everyone loved the Shirtless Chef, it was like absolutely booming. Now there's so many other influencers and creators out there. Jack Joseph, for instance, people like that, and they've got their audience. They're pumping videos out daily, making them a minute long, and their engagement's ridiculous. I see some of their videos and they've got like 300,000 likes on it. It's mental.
But you're also so confident when you're making social media content. You could be anywhere in front of anyone. You could literally just whip out your camera and start like talking to and just filming and everything.
Well, you're not worried about how you look.
No,
you just post. I mean,
it's not the Paris.
Yas and Temps did this thing where they did the X Factor auditions. You just don't care how you look. As long as it's getting views, Temps is on it.
No, I'm not doing it to get views. I just don't care in general. And I thought it was funny at the time. I've just done a brand deal with Ninja, and the song was a Craig David song, and it's copyrighted. And I thought, I can't be bothered to film all that again. So I've sung the song over the top of it. I'm going to get absolutely slated. But
what, over that brand deal?
Yeah, it's me
singing.
singing.
You want that?
Well, is it the Abracadabra one?
No. What's your flavour?
Can you sing it? Temps is an excellent singer.
Temps is not an excellent
singer.
I know.
No, you are.
I met this fly girl in a club, went by the name of Pecan Deluxe.
Wait, stop. That you're actually doing that on your brand deal?
Yeah, I've done it.
I met this fly girl in a club, went by the name of Pecan Deluxe. His ice cream was high maintenance when I took her.
That's what it was for.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fascinating.
That's proof that I'll do anything for money.
Oh no.
So Temps is probably one of the most supportive friends out there.
Yeah, you are.
To do it, I want you to succeed. I want you guys to win.
Yeah, that is. But some friends have. There are some friends there where you're friends, but there's a lot of jealousy behind it, and they don't necessarily support.
Well, I think it's because they're not confident in themselves, so they need to not support other people because they think that what you're doing is going to take away from what they're doing.
Yeah, but you're very much like, so even you're in like the industry of food and everything, and you were even talking about with Sam to do podcasts, and you could have turned around and be like,
no, I'm at an age now though.
Like that.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do something, don't do it. If you want to do something, do it. Like, what would be the point in Sam and I doing a podcast if we'd rather do one with you? You may as well both be happy doing what you want to do.
Temps is our
Temps is, I think, our big brother. We talk to Temps about everything. We have a group chat and we just kind of run everything by him. It's very nice.
Today, could you do the podcast? Yeah. Don't ring me every 10 minutes though, because I need to do stuff before I come out the house. I'm like, Sam, what? Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam. Okay.
I tell you what I want to know more of. I want to know more about the seasoning.
Seasoning.
Exclusive.
This isn't exclusive. I haven't actually put this on any form of social media yet at all. So the story behind it is we all went to Sydney for the Made in Chelsea Winter Series last year. Hugo on the show took us to a place called Butterbox, and we all ate these chips. And I was like, what on earth is on those chips? Anyway, you were there. Turns out it's a product called chicken salt, and you can't actually get it in the UK. So I have found somebody who can manufacture it for me in the UK, and I'm going to be launching chicken salt.
That is a fantastic. Those chips. Do you remember we
Yeah,
had
the
a
joke.
video on TikTok?
That
I
did
said,
really well.
Sam, you didn't try the chips.
I didn't go to those.
They were honestly the most incredible chips.
We
It was
actually
the
did save you some and then ate them on the way back. So Yas was like, I should save Sam some of this, and got about halfway home. She was like, we'll take something back at another point.
We'll go here for 6 weeks. We'll go another time.
I'm working with a guy who's a third party, and he's managed to source everything for me. Got all the branding. Like,
I must say, the branding is. I love it.
Yeah,
the branding's cool. The branding's very you.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's kind of like, obviously, I want it to be premium, but also I want it to have my personality in it as well. And the brief that I gave them was Al from Toy Story in a chicken suit.
Yeah, I've seen.
You know, Al's Toy Bar.
Yeah.
That, and they've kind of made it a bit more premium for me.
But do you think is your goal basically to then end up? Massive food companies, let's say Five Guys, or could they then buy your chicken salt and use it in their products of chips, or was that not the vibe?
I think that's what I want to do.
That's what you want
being
to do.
completely open and honest with you. Selling stuff online is going to make you a fair bit of money, and I want to see how much I can sell based on my audience. But also, I want it to be good products. And everybody I've given it to has been like, this is amazing. Then I don't think the markups in supermarkets is great, but it'd be great to be on a shelf just for vanity, really. And then doing B2B stuff is where you can really win. Like, imagine, like, for instance, getting in with KFC or something like that.
Yeah,
because I've never really heard of chicken salt, if I'm honest.
I haven't heard of it.
Nor had I. I didn't even know that was chicken salt on the chips in Australia.
Yeah, that's chicken salt.
So that was genuinely where the business concept came from. Was that?
Well, so I was looking at launching a seasoning before I went to Australia, and I came back to loads of samples, and it just wasn't hitting. I was trying to do a salt and pepper mix, but the salt was more dense than the pepper, so it just ended up salt on the bottom. Because when I cook, I say obviously and put the salt and pepper in, don't I?
Yeah.
So that was one of the ideas. But I found a product that's genuinely really good, and I kind of want to release more and make seasonings available that aren't available in the UK.
Right.
So there's another one that's coming soon afterwards.
Launching this.
So we filmed about it on Made in Chelsea, so I want to kind of coincide it with that. So I think beginning of April. I paid for it all, packaging, everything 2 weeks ago, and it's a 4 to 6 week lead time. So.
And are you going to sell it online? Is that how we're going to begin with?
Purely online. I've just ordered 1,000 units first of all, purely online, no marketing, no influencer stuff. I just want to see what my.
But a few TikToks.
Oh, there'd be plenty of TikToks.
I guess what the beauty is that you can be your own marketing.
Yeah.
You've got the following, you've got the engagement, and I'm really excited to try your TikTok.
I'm so excited. Number one, because I'm genuinely excited about the product. I use it every day, and I can't wait for people to try it.
Yeah.
But also, I think I quit my corporate job to be my own boss, and ever since then, I've never really been my own boss, because when you're doing like brand deals and stuff, it's very dependent on companies giving you budget to work for them. Chelsea, for instance, like you're not working on your own, are you? I think this is the first thing that I'm going to do where it's like, actually, this is my product and it's in my own hands.
I think it'll fly, and I cannot wait to try.
I'll be honest, I'm completely winging it, but I think that's the best way to do it. No, but I know it's not on the same scale, but when I made 500 pairs of socks, like the D socks, the best.
Hear it.
D.
You do have a few things. You have D's, you have what's the Waitrose one?
Ooh, Waitrose.
and
that was loads. I'll make a doll and pull the string and it will just come out with all of them. But that I think anybody who's trying to start a business, you just need to do it, and you'll learn so quickly on the way. Luckily, I've built up my network enough where people are helping me with it. So I've got a guy who went to my university and he's done all the branding for me and it's been absolutely excellent.
The graphic design is incredible as well.
And then luckily I met this guy called Dom who's done all the sourcing and stuff for me. I've got a good network, and that is just based on getting to know.
Also, this product is very much you. You haven't just gone in something that you don't know anything about. You've been in cooking for so many years.
Yeah.
You're putting all your expertise into one product. I think it's amazing.
And I want to make it a really fun brand. I'm really excited to start a new TikTok account and see how that goes.
Yeah.
I think it will genuinely do so well, because I find your cooking videos so engaging. So engaging. Like, I watch your recipes and I think, please cook that for me. Like, I want to recreate those recipes. And I feel like the way you describe your food on social media, it's like this seasoning, I think people are going to be really intrigued.
I've tried it on everything. Honestly, I made a really bland dish the other day. It was literally just microwave rice, a salmon fillet and peas, and I put that over it and it just elevates it.
I really want to try it.
And I need to double check this, but I think it's healthier because it's got loads of different seasonings in it. You're using less salt and you're add in flavour for other stuff. There's like turmeric and stuff like that in it.
There's much that's called chicken seasoning. You can use it with.
I'm
anything.
trying on everything at the minute. I put it into smashed avocado, tastes unreal. I have put it onto a roast chicken, and it really crisps the skin up nicely, and it tastes unbelievable. I want to do weird stuff though, like when you do a tequila shot and you've got like salt and lime.
Chicken and tequila, I don't know.
No, yeah, but that's kind of
with sparkling videos. I see. Well, your seasoning knowledge and cooking knowledge is incredible. What's your wine tasting like?
Does it get me drunk?
Huh?
Does it get me drunk? Yes, I'm drinking it.
Well, we're in the perfect place to do
this wine bar's lovely.
Massimo, should we get into some sparkling wine?
Sparkling wine, also known as
sparkling wine. We've got Franciacorta.
That's very good that you remember.
Yeah,
Franciacorta.
So people, of course, it's like the Italian sparkling wine. Everything that's sparkling in a glass, they think, oh, it's a glass of champagne, but it's actually where it's from. So champagne is French. So this, a Cal de Bosco, is a Franciacorta. By the glass, it's £18. Yes, you only have to put a little bit in.
There you go, ladies first.
Thank you.
These glasses are just beautiful.
They're wafer thin, how they should
Seen
be.
you talking about this.
Wafer thin glass.
What are we cheersing to?
I think we're choosing to the chicken salt, no?
Wait, do we all know how to taste this?
Oh, wait.
Some people do that.
Oh, these glasses are so.
I
get what you mean.
So they could. I
It
know.
feels so high.
When I was watching the podcast last week, I was like, "What are these two talking about?"
I hate it when people do that whole dramatic.
No, but
You
you
know.
do that. Yasmin,
Do it.
Yasmin, she's at
That
the
is-
family home the other day and she's doing the whole
That is such a lie. I was never doing all of this.
This is Jasmine.
Yeah.
But no. So what do you know? What when we look for
Does that taste alright to you?
I think they say refined bubbles. Is that correct?
refined bubbles,
Which you can definitely see here.
and you just sniff.
What can you smell? Grapes.
Right, should we guess what's inside?
I'm gonna say apricot.
Peach.
You're so funny. I'm pretty sure you googled that.
Definitely peachy.
Do you know what? It smells quite almondy.
Also good.
Almonds?
I can smell pear as well.
It tastes so fresh. I could wear it as a fragrance. Is that bizarre?
Sam's gonna be walking around smelling like a Franciacorta. Can't stop saying that word. What is that? Are you supposed to do that?
Are you not?
The noises?
Should we try this?
Imagine going on a date with someone and I'm sorry.
Imagine going on a date.
That is
Beautiful.
stunning.
It's really fresh, isn't it?
So fresh.
It's not like super fizzy, is it? The bubbles are understated.
When the wine sticks to the glass, is that an indication of the quality of the wine?
It's really nice.
It is, yeah.
Really nice.
It's not too sweet, not too dry.
It does taste a bit like a Blanc de Blanc. It has a similar vibe of the Runard.
That's what I was going to say, Renata.
Yeah.
I'd rarely try something and be like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" But that
It's
actually
really
is.
good, isn't
I
it?
hate the word actually. That is lovely.
I've never actually tried a Franciacorta before.
I have never tried a French Corset.
It
No,
wasn't
I
good.
found champagne too much sometimes. I like this. It's not too heavy.
Champagne's very dry, isn't it?
Very dry.
You know the Cristal champagne from Louis Roederer?
Yeah.
He's like the producer of the champagne, but he produced the Cristal for this Russian guy like years and years ago. And the guy wanted the champagne to be flat on the bottom and make sure that it was clear because he was scared that his enemies would potentially put a bomb when it was like being distributed.
Oh, so
Wow.
they
Yeah.
couldn't put anything up there.
So so it had to be flat on the bottom and then clear so you could see through the bottle.
That's unreal
I know,
knowledge,
it's a
Yas.
fact I learned.
I want to give that a rating because
Yeah, let's give
that's
that a
my
rating.
first time. Can you pronounce it for me again, Yasmin?
Franciacorta.
A Franciacorta. That's my first time trying a Franciacorta, and I think that was, I think, really delicious.
It's got summer in the pear tree written all over it.
Me, that is a 9. I think it's incredible.
Yeah, for me that is also a 9 out of 10, and I love sparkling wine. What about you?
I want to try this one first.
Big change from our rating lagers in Sydney.
Yeah.
Now you're rating sparkling wine.
If nobody knew, Sam and I made it onto national Australian news by rating beer. In fact, Sam was on the TV and they just did a little cutaway to the TikTok.
Yeah, they said,
didn't
"Do you want to talk about your beer rating?" I was like, "Yeah,
Absolutely.
please."
No, we made our way through a fair amount of beers in Australia, didn't we?
Mm. Australia for us, we've never actually really spoken about it on the pod. Australia was our best away season ever. Us three together, it was like,
Honestly, Christmas every day.
Yeah, it was
Australia was so much fun.
struggled with Australia when I first went out there. I was like, what is their cuisine? Because all I could think about was lagers. But then when I look back at the food they had in Australia, it was just, there was so many good restaurants always just around the corner, so much variety, and the quality was so high end.
They've got quite a heavy Asian influence
Yeah.
on their food, haven't they?
Yes, that sparkling wine we're going to be tasting. This is Bruno Pagliard.
I never tried this champagne.
And I've never tried this either. How would you say it?
Bruno Pelad.
Sam is so bad at languages.
Champagne.
Can you say anything in Dutch now you learn?
Yeah.
Say something.
After the pod.
Yeah.
No, you learn. You sent me voice notes.
It's the Italian.
Oh, no,
podcast.
I have seen your voice notes. Coffee lek.
Oh, he's
Coffee
still back. That's
Coffee lek, yeah.
Ah, okay. He'd say about languages. Anyway, we're gonna try this champagne.
Do we do the sniffy whiffy as well? Stinky.
This champagne, I see there's more bubbles.
There's more bubbles.
It does stick to the glass, which shows it's good quality. And the smell.
I don't like that when people do that. Showing off.
The smell, it tastes.
No, that's like a...
Can you say it smells more? It's more potent.
Yeah.
This is.
This smells a bit like a Dom Perignon,
Yes.
in my opinion. Or not.
I'll be honest, it smells exactly the same.
No.
No, this is.
Honestly, I saw a lot more dry.
That's it. That's it.
It smells dry. I can smell the bubbles if we're all saying stupid stuff. I can smell apricots. Almond peaches.
Right, but let's try it and then talk about your wine tasting day.
Cheers.
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 Really bad luck. I think if someone can't cheers you and look you in the eye, there's something quite wrong with them.
They're probably quite nervous, aren't they? Socially awkward.
Ooh.
It's nice. I much prefer the first one.
The Francesca, there's more ambiance, I believe, with the Franciacorta.
Yeah.
Franciacorta.
Yeah.
I think that had more flavour.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
This one is a £1 more expensive. This is a £19 a glass. But I way prefer the Canada Bosco. Anyway, this is also an Italian wine bar, so supporting the Italian sparkling wine.
Well, how is your dating life
Yeah,
currently?
have you been wine tasting on a date before?
Have I been wine tasting on a date before? The last date I went Guinness tasting.
Ooh,
Right, so not wine tasting.
with a bloke.
Oh yeah. Hey, whatever floats your boat, Tem.
How is your dating life in general? Obviously, we know Temps' past history. He did date Olivia Bedley. Obviously, where it came to kind of a close just for Sydney. It started off with a friendship, and then it kind of went into a more romantic relationship.
Yeah.
I tried.
You guys are still close.
Yeah, we're still close. I tried to put that off for as long as possible because I thought it wasn't the right thing to do, and then it got to the point where I actually did have feelings there. So I was like, do you know what? Let's just go for it.
Yeah.
Lost the friendship in the midst of it, and didn't end up with a girlfriend. So probably the wrong decision, but we live and learn.
But you followed your heart.
Wait, can we first go back to our ratings of the sparkling
Oh
wine?
yeah, 9 for the old Cadel Bosco, and I'm gonna give that an 8.
I personally, the champagne, I didn't no way near enjoyed it compared to the Francetta. How do you say it?
Bruschetta.
Franciacorta.
Franciacorta, I way preferred. I thought that's a 9 out of 10. The champagne, I think it's a 7.
No, I don't think. Wait.
Yeah.
For me, it's also I would say 7 as well. Well, I really enjoyed the sparkling wines.
Maybe I'll have to go on a date here.
This is actually, I have to say, this is a perfect date night spot.
This is.
I would love nothing more than for Temps to find
a wife.
A wife. I feel like what you see on Chelsea is what you get. You come across so lovely, and that is very much you. I think there's definitely someone there for you. I hope.
Lucky lady out.
I hope so. There's fucking 8 billion people in the world.
What are your dating tips? What tips do you give to Miles?
Oh god, he's long gone. He doesn't need tips, does he? I think don't overthink it. But the best piece of dating advice I was ever given was all you should think about on a date is whether you want to do another one, and keep doing that until you don't.
You also said something very fascinating. Temps stopped drinking for this first month this year, and you said dating has changed dramatically from drinking and not drinking.
Yeah,
why is that?
I get it. People need a drink to loosen up and whatever, but I think it's so easy to have a relationship with somebody's drunk side, and you're not drunk 24/7, 365, are you? So I think by doing it, I don't mind doing a first date with a couple of drinks, but I'll always do my second date sober because then you get to know who they actually are without the drink.
So have some Dutch courage on the first date, and then the second date.
No, but I went on a few dates in January and I wasn't drinking the whole month.
You didn't really like all the dates you went on.
No,
did you?
I remember you saying you said if I had a drink, maybe I would enjoy the date more, but I didn't really vibe with her sober.
Yeah.
AKA. Sorry, I can't say her name.
I know we can because we can leave it out. It's Dawn.
Good old Dawn.
No, I don't know. I
Do you feel like since being on Made in Chelsea, do you feel like you've been more lucky in the lady department? Like, do you feel like more girls are coming on to you
That's a good question.
since starting Made in Chelsea?
Because there's a little queue, isn't there, for me?
yeah.
Or is it just
Put it this way: I used to walk into raffles a year ago and like get a bit of attention. You walk in now and you get loads of attention. Like, what's the common denominator?
But is that why you go to raffles, to get the attention, or because it's just like a second home? Because you know people in there.
No, right. Let's not beat around the bush.
Hey, we're being honest.
No, I'm being honest. And yes, of course, you like more attention from good-looking girls. Anybody who says, "Oh no, I don't like
I
it,"
hate it.
you're lying. Yeah, no, single Sam would love it.
Get away from me. Sorry, not looking at.
Oh, I'm sure look, your caliber's gone up now. You've been on TV.
What wine is this?
Yeah, Sauvignon from Friuli.
This is Sauvignon. I don't like Chardonnay. Ever since I was younger, I'd always see my family only drink Sauvignon. And when I was younger, I used to make a joke with my mum. I'd be like, only Sauvignon for my mum.
Well, here you go.
Anyway, here I am. drinking
Also,
it.
as much as it's a beautiful wine bar, they also do beers,
Do.
which is Tempson's favourite. Cheers.
I feel like this is
Manavera.
reliving the Coldies era.
Yeah.
Men and
Cheers.
player.
Cheers.
Manavera.
Cheers.
Guys,
Cheers. Lots of cheersing.
you guys are my two best friends.
All right.
What is that?
And we're
Oh, wow.
best friends.
Italian lager, delicious. 4.8%.
Mm.
Lovely stuff.
I like-
Has your dating life, I think, has it improved since being Miles's best friend?
I think it's hindered me. It's hindered me
Why?
because Miles gets his
Not
pick of the
sure.
bunch. Miles gets his pick of the bunch, and I get the ones who try to get with Miles, and then they're like, "Oh, can't get with him. Let's just try and get with Temps, and then maybe I can worm my way up to Miles."
Let's get.
Have you ever had an experience where someone's like with you and then they ask you questions about Miles?
I've been on a date with a girl, and she's wanted to watch Miles's TikTok live when we were sat having a drink. Equally,
Can't knock it.
we double dated around my house, and the girl was more interested in Miles than me.
Mm,
Terrible times.
terrible.
Mm,
But now you're becoming the biggest Made in Chelsea sensation.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, he's coming across a bit of a national treasure.
National
When I
treasure.
read Twitter and I listen to look at Temp's comments, they're all incredible.
I think I'm just cut from a different cloth, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm relatable.
So say, my mum thinks that you are fantastic.
Does she?
Carolyn says, please keep Temps as one of your friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet Carolyn, actually.
She's lovely. She's always.
Yeah.
Are you going? I said, I'm seeing Temps. That's fantastic.
I feel like it's Temps is like a parent's favourite.
Yeah.
My dad loves you as well. Always says it to Sam. It sounds like fantastic.
Yeah.
It's good, though.
It's good.
Association with Temps.
Yeah.
Association. Well, actually, my dad doesn't know he's Temps. It's David.
David. Well, like, the fact that I'm friends with Sam is reassuring for your dad, no?
Exactly. I say he's Sam's.
Also-
he's Temps is Sam's best
Just to
friend.
let people know, but we're trying to with the podcast. We want everyone to see kind of what goes on in their lives. I've met Yasmin's father
Yeah.
for the first time.
Yeah.
Which said-
Love Farouk.
Arab father as well. So
We-
think about having an Arab father that also probably has never heard. He does not know what Made in Chelsea is. Like he only knows it because I'm in it. So to him, sometimes I'm like, he's like, "Can I watch it?" And I'm like,
Just
I
not-
don't know.
Probably
Dad."
not, Dad.
Okay, but
Everything but Corsica, you can watch
No,
it.
I say to my dad sometimes, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm playing the role in this show. And he goes, but why do you have the same name? And I go, but it's just coincidence, Dad. He's very like Arab, has a very thick Syrian.
Lovely man there.
I'm saying the opposite. I said, Farouk, look, it's a reality show. This is me here, and I do the same as the show. I don't know what Yaz is talking about.
She's just, you know.
Also, I saw some TikToks of Sam Thompson,
Mm.
the winner of I'm a
Yeah.
Celebrity. I think you came across him fantastic. Congratulations to him. Sings about my boy Temps over
But
here.
he says lovely things about you. We bumped into him.
Bumped
just as
into him.
He, came
He
out.
was very sweet and very lovely, and it was
We bumped
yeah.
into him when he just came out the jungle. And he came over. He was literally put down his phone call. He's like, I've got to go, mate. He's like, Sam Prince is here. And I was like, wow.
Wow.
Okay, my perception of Sam Thompson after listening to the podcast versus seeing him the same week that came out is very different. Actually, no. So I saw Sam in Parsons Green when we were filming, and he was like, he's like an overexcited puppy, isn't he? Like super excited, really nice, really friendly. 2 days later, I get sent a clip of a podcast, and he's like, "There's a guy called Temptation," and Pete Wicks goes, "What?" He calls himself Temptation. He's got a sleeve tattoo, and they were kind of like laughing about it for a good 90 seconds, I reckon. And I was like, hang on a minute, I just met this guy on the Wednesday, and then they got a podcast up on the Friday, and he's kind of like taking the piss out of me.
Did he ever talk to you since the sleeve tattoo comment?
Yeah, he messaged me, he DM'd me afterwards saying, "We at the podcast that never want to offend anybody. It was said with jest, sort of thing." And I was like, hang on a minute, it's your podcast. Just say it. I didn't mean anything by it. Because I think the thing that made it worse was I was like, right, if someone's going to say something about you on a podcast, then you're going to do something back, aren't you?
So what are you going to do back?
Because you had an idea. This is some tea now. You had an idea of doing something back. Do you want to share with the group what?
Yeah, I made a video. I thought, what can I do that'll be the worst thing possible? And then there's obviously a very famous clip of him on Chelsea, isn't there?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't think we need to say it. I think people know.
No, we have to share it. Everything.
Which one?
Here, go on.
Who whispered?
Come on.
Oh no, isn't that Zara?
If it's with Sam.
Yeah.
I know. Oh,
Anyway, I did like a little remix of the video.
You and Sam, what's the situation now?
No, there's no beef whatsoever. I love what he does.
he's smashing his career.
Yeah, he's honestly, if people say who do you look up to on social media, I think him. He's absolutely killed it. He's smash made in Chelsea. He's making loads of content. He's doing shows left, right, and centre. I think he's great.
One thing we thought we'd do this week, we normally do questions of the week. We ask different questions on our social media and people aren't write in. Instead of questions of the week, we're going to do dare of the week. And one dare I have for temptation here. One dare I have for temptation here is to call Sam Thompson.
A what?
It's a prank call.
A call. Ring him.
Yes.
Please go say, hey, it's Temptation with the sleeve. Would you like to come do some press ups with me in Parsons Green?
Press ups or
Hang on, no. What would actually be funny?
Sam Thompson is Temps from Portsmouth. Have you got a spare tenner?
No. Or you say, hey, it's
No, because that's obviously a prank call, then, isn't it?
So why do you say, hey, mate, like, I'm just bringing out this new chicken salt. Would love to come on the pod, staying relevant. Like, I think I could genuinely,
Oh my God.
It could offer mutual benefits on our socials. I think you and Pete are gonna absolutely love my chicken salt.
No, that is embarrassing, isn't it?
No,
It's embarrassing, yeah, but we're here to do it. So
Sam?
Temps doesn't really get nervous. It's the first time in a long time. People who are not watching this, he looks incredibly nervous.
Temps has gone bright red.
Here you go, sunshine.
What am I saying?
Say, hey, you do you.
Just say, hey, it's Temp.
Rain.
Hey, it's Temptation. That's what he said. There's a bloke on Main Chelsea called Temptation, so we should definitely say that. It's Temptation from Main Chelsea.
Hang on, no. What?
Temps getting so nervous.
Yeah, no, because I'm going to crumble. Hey, what's actually...
Listen, you got this, bro.
Should I say Sam? I thought it'd be a bit weird if I rang Zara.
You want Sam, let's be honest. You want the king of the jungle, no? Come on.
My heart's beating fast.
Hey, say you.
Say congratulations on the jungle. You did smash it, and say...
Feel my heart?
I can't really hear
No,
it.
it's not.
You're
It's not.
live.
Fuck it. Let's just do it.
That's it.
Oh no, I'm so nervous. I want to cry.
Perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you got to leave a voicemail there, if not.
Hopefully it goes to voicemail.
11 digits.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for.
No. Go on, do voicemail. Do voicemail.
No.
Say it.
but-
Oh, yeah.
Press 3. When you finish recording, press the key for more options.
Sammy boy, it's Temptation here. You know, the guy from Portsmouth with the sleeves. First of all, I want to say a massive congratulations on I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. You absolutely smashed it. Second of all, I was wondering if you want to do a little collab. So I'm launching a new chicken salt. And amongst other things, chicken outfits and stuff, I thought it'd be quite cool to get the King of the Jungle on and doing a bush tucker trial. So we're going to get like various slugs and animals and stuff. I think probably just pick them up from Parsons Green. And then, yeah, like put the chicken salt on and see how they taste. And I want your actual feedback because I genuinely think my new seasoning can make a slug taste good. Anyway, hope you're well. If this is of interest, just give me a call back. And yeah, hopefully see you soon, bro.
That is so good.
You know that's gone straight to his phone. See you soon, bro.
Pick up slugs on the screen.
The fact that you said that so genuinely as well.
Oh my
That
god.
was amazing. Well done. Oh wow.
Should we try and call someone else that will actually pick up?
Let me think. So let's try Casey. Is it Casey Love Island?
Casey Gorman.
Casey Gorman. I think his TikToks are great.
Oh,
He's probably the most, I think, the funniest bloke
Yeah,
on
he's got a good chat.
on Love Island.
We need to. Okay, let's just run with it. Let's just run with it. Let's just run with it. Ready?
Let's call Casey. Oh, it's starting. What's up, TikTok?
Yes, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, all good. Congrats on Love Island.
Thank you.
Well done. How's it been being back?
Yeah, it's been alright. We went out last night.
I saw you in rain, weren't you?
Sorry?
I saw you in rain, weren't you?
Yeah, we went to it's good fun there. That's the first time we did there, but it's good laugh.
Yeah, fair.
It's fucking steady in there, isn't it?
Oh mate, so expensive. You hanging today?
Yeah, I feel that.
Right, this might sound a bit weird then. Try and not be in a hangover mood. Basically, I'm launching a new chicken salt.
And you got chicken salt?
Yeah, have you been to Australia before?
Never.
Oh, right. There's a seasoning called chicken salt in Australia, and I'm launching it in the UK. No one's done it yet. And I'm trying to set up like a bush tucker trial as like a bit of the PR for it. I've got Sam Thompson on board. And basically it's trying to prove that like chicken salt makes everything taste unreal. So he's agreed to like eat snails and stuff. You don't need to eat it, but like the PR company I'm with wants like as many of my mates involved in it, and they like said they want to do like you know how they in some clubs they do like you can eat sushi off of a woman. They want you to be the table for it. They said they thought you'd be funny for it.
Right, okay.
So it'd be like putting slugs on your body and then sprinkling chicken salt, and then Sam's gonna eat the worms and slugs.
Okay. Right, when is this?
TBC, but like they just want to see who's on board first.
Yeah, mate, I'm sure happy to help.
Oh, you're a fucking legend. I thought you would be the funniest person to do it because you're always up for a laugh.
Yeah, just let me know details on that. We can chat properly about it.
Oh, you're a legend. Have you eaten a slug before?
Say it again.
Hello?
Hello, what'd
Oh,
you say?
have you? Oh, I fucked it. I was going to say, have you ever eaten a slug before, mate?
Oh no.
Have I farted?
Oh, you're a legend, Casey. I'm on Sam and Yaz's podcast and we're doing prank calls. We'll cut this bit out.
Oh, well done.
That was Casey.
That was so
You
good.
made me laugh. Have you ever tried a slug before?
Oh,
Can I ask
From
you-
Freddy Knatchbull.
and be really serious with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be really serious.
Listen,
So
bro.
I've just been.
Just say, listen, we really need you. I really need you to be part of this.
Yeah.
Also, bro, this.
Do you want to be the official mascot? Go.
Yeah.
And eat slugs.
Can you be? Yes. See if you do the slug.
Okay.
But mate, this is so serious. Bless
Also, he'll definitely pick up.
Hello, Sean.
Hello, Sean. How you doing? Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Who with?
Fucking cover shoot, like the cover of Soiree magazine, the new Jack tag along.
This is probably quite relevant then. You know that chicken stuff you did with me?
Yeah.
Have you heard of GQ before?
GQ magazine.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, fuck me, GQ's really good. Why? They asked you to do something.
Well, no, they said that they want a model to do the chicken salt stuff. I think they've seen your stuff on my Instagram, and they were like, "We want to get you." They said the tall one, and I think it's you because you're a bit taller than Hugo, aren't you?
Yeah, they said the tall one.
Is that a conflict of interest with Tatler?
No, not at all.
Could you do it? The only thing is, they want you naked and holding the chicken salt over your piece.
What?
Yeah, with the chicken hat on.
I'm taking the piss.
No, I'm being deadly serious. No, it's like they're doing some sort of weird collaboration with I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and it's like they wanted to use my chicken salt to see if like testicles and slugs and snails.
Mate, I'll do it, sure.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of budget behind it as well.
Oh, mate, get me in on that. Well, thank you so much, mate.
But would you eat a snail with chicken salt on it?
Yeah.
But it's not. You've got to hold the chicken salt in front of your penis and eat a snail with chicken salt on it.
Yeah, I'll do that, sure.
All right.
If
Well,
it's paid,
nothing's confirmed yet, but they've just reached out to me for it. I'm doing loads of press around the launch of it, so hopefully it will. Yeah,
mate, that's fucking great. Thank you.
it's all right.
You fucking-
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, GQ is a pretty big magazine, so of course it's gonna be like,
Heard of GQ? Yeah.
and yeah,
Ah.
that huge magazine is paying me for someone to eat raw slugs.
That
with my
was
chicken.
Temps, that having you on our podcast has been a pleasure. We've been looking forward to this episode for so long. You're one of our best friends. It's so also to hear more. We don't have in-depth conversations about your past, how you got to where you are now, and it was so good to hear more. So thank you so much for coming on.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
And are you free every week for this, puppy?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and we've had an amazing time here at Tappo.
And congratulations on chicken salt. We all
Yeah.
cannot wait to try it, and I'm so proud of you. Hopefully cleared stuff up with Sam Thompson. I think I'm glad we've reached out a couple of your friends and hopefully promoted your chicken salt.
Yeah,
I
we've
think
got
with the slugs, the
we've got-
naked blokes from Love Island, I think it's all going to work out.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of you. And also, everyone who is listening, please like and comment, also subscribe. It honestly means the world to us. We do.
Yeah.
Me and Yasmin still, when we see a notification someone subscribes,
I know.
me and Yasmin still buzz off it. So thank you so much.
Thank you for all your support so far, and this is our ep 4.
Like,
Thank
share,
you
and
very
subscribe,
much.
guys.
All right.
All right.
See you next week.